Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverages. A fairly standard yet reliable cup of tea, the good old-fashioned cuppa. So welcome back to Prison Architect, where previously, why am I speaking like that? We have done the central section. We have in the yard, the canteen, we've got kitchen, laundry, a very cramped, but let's call it space-efficient area. That is our visitation. We've got infirmary, and well, yeah, overall pretty happy with it. Flooring in as well, because I've tried to make sure that we do that. And well, we really need to go for cell block A, get some prisoner capacity, and sort everything out for basically prisoners arriving, because that's the game. Let's go ahead and build the bottom bit here, which is either very happy or very unhappy based on your preference. This is going to be foundations more and wall min sec, because this is going to be, as I said, the area for minimum. And well, let's go ahead and get this done. And the reason minimum is, well, I explained it in the previous episode, but we will do a recap. Basically, we have at the moment no space for prisoners, but we obviously need to get some in, and this is going to be a mixed category facility, and that means that we need to segregate inmates. But the inmates that we have, I am somewhat in control, but not necessarily in control of the traits that they may possess, which could be all manner of things. So it could be extremely volatile, deadly, etc. But if we go with a lower category, we're less likely to get said inmates, and that means also less likely to have the need for protective custody. But I do want to get, ideally, protective custody from the very beginning. However, I've just spent all of my money on building just the foundations for this area. So we'll see how we get on. That's why I want to get this sorted. The staff-only area is very dark in that corner there. Let me go to lighting, and I'm going to place a bit of lighting in here, like so. And yes, there we are. So this is going to be built. I will have to pick up another grant, and I'm going to pick up the one that's going to give me the most money. Tracker pilot scheme is the obvious one, because we can get it done very, very easily. I'm going to do that just for the sake of the money. I don't anticipate having the tracker on, although this is actually a really good, maybe candidate for running the trackers, because we have protective and we have the Supermax over here, which I don't think is going to see a lot of inmates, but we'll have to play things as it as it sort of pans out. We'll sort of see how we get on with it. But protective, maybe we can put the tracker belts on there just in case they try and get into the center. Same thing for the sort of legendary or supermax sort of prisoners. Again, we'll see. So while they're doing that, we should really have a look over here. This is where I've got a plan for our protective custody inmates. Now, I don't anticipate having a lot, and it's going to be pretty much whatever I build here is going to be cloned over this side. So let's see. Now, we have obviously this area here, which is, this is going to be where we're going to have cells, because it's pretty much copied to this. But we don't need cells like 1, 2, 3. We don't need that, right? We don't need your standard 3x2 cells. They're going to be a lot different. In fact, it's going to be a 6 by something. And that basically is taking up twice this space. So let's yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. That's 4 inmates that can go there. Similar thing can go in here. So there was a gap of 2, and I could go like this. This allows you to remove the protective custody bit. So I could do that, and I could do that, and then we could run this across. So you've got in. Where I'm going to put the doors. Well, the door's going to have to go there, and there, and there. Right? And we'll do a similar thing on these areas as well. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. No. Don't need any more than that. Could have 8. And then we maybe go with 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could shrink this down, actually, and only have a gap of 1, because, frankly, you know, the amount of inmates we're going to have going through, making it a bit smaller is not necessarily going to make it too much of a problem For protective custody, I'm not worried about it. For the Supermax, could become an issue. But let's be honest. If the Supermax want to fight, they're going to find a way to fight. Let's see what that looks like. But I'll do it on the other side, because it means if I change it... yeah, it means I don't have to redo it, essentially. Doors there. Because that's where the access will be for those. That's fine. Okay. So it was walls, and I did say an internal of 6. So it's like that. We'll check the measurement. 6. 6. 6 and 6. I'm just going to double check that. It lines up correctly. We're fine. This can come down and across. And we have that. And... I mean, it's technically that. Like that. And I mean, I could have another one there. Oh, sorry. No, remember we're trying to shrink it down a bit. Which is like that. Obviously, these are all different sizes and stuff. Where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That sits a bit better than I thought. And I could even go for 11 if I need it. But I don't think we do. I think that would suffice. Yeah. I'm gonna redo it like that. Let me just remove this. I'm taking the time, by the way, to do this because, well, you can see progress is painfully slow over there. So let's do this. Cross. Entrances. Like that. Let me just check that. Lines up correctly. Yes. Just 6 to there and 6 to there. So it must be fine. Can I remove some sections just to make it a bit easier for myself? I can add... Oh, right, doesn't matter. It's, I can do that to get more space in. Yeah. I don't want to do anything like that. We're going to have sections like this, regardless of what I do. Although that is that wrong? No, I think it's fine. Just the way I've done it. Is it? Is it wrong? Hang on. Yeah, should it be block of 4 there, block of 4 there? Yep. Yeah, that's all good. Right. Sooner setting, so I can actually now see what I'm doing. Yeah, I think that's correct. I think that is correct. So 4, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks of 4. I know that's not scientific in the slightest, but at least an attempt has been made. Right, doors. We'll put the doors on like so. Why they're going in here? Because they are. I guess ideally, does it really matter? Toilets can go in these corners. The toilets want to go maybe. Oh, actually, yeah. That is actually wrong. I want to put the doors in like this. Again, that actually has worked out really well. Why like that? Because then the doors... It means because I can have the shower there, and it's the furthest away from... It's not going to be here. I know it's only a gap, but it just helps a little bit. Although that one doesn't. Oh, no, the shower ain't going to go there. Or that one's going to be completely different. Oh, no, but then you ideally want the showers there and there. Ah! I don't know. I don't think there's a good place for it. It's just wherever I can fit it. Alright, I'm going to go back to the other one. I'm going to go back to the other one just to make it just a little bit easier. On me, maybe not the design. Like I say, probably overcomplicating it as always. That's wrong as well. I was going to say, that's not... Hang on, what have I done there? What have I done there? I wasn't going to have one. Yeah, I randomly just put one in there for no reason. Do I want it like that? I do want to... because I can put one there and put one there, but that one's going to be closer to that one. I don't know. I'll worry about it later because this other one's getting built and I need to start planning this one. So I'll come back to that. That's a future me problem. It's not too much of a future me problem, but it is a future me problem. Right. Let's have a look. So, if I was to run these across, I could do this. I actually could put in these. I could put in the block of 4 like I've done previously. People have suggested, by the way, to put this on the inside and expand it to there. It's actually not a terrible decision. Like that. And extend it a little bit. I might go ahead and do that. At minimum, I'm probably going to put some doors on either side. But we'll see. You know what? I might actually do that. Well, that's far too big, actually. It's a 4 by something, so we can have a security thing. And then all of these will actually shift along a bit. I believe it'll fit in correctly. It will. Some of these are going to be different sizes you see along here. These are going to be a gap of 2 on the outside. Yeah, I think I prefer that way. This one, probably going to keep as it is. But again, this one we will move along. Don't need to plan that. Don't need to worry about that. Need to do down here first. 5 by 4. So what's this? Okay, so this is all going to be low risk. Like that. Okay. Similar thing on this side. Cancel all the lighting. The lighting's just going to be redone. Dismantle. Dismantle all the lighting, please. There's no point in it. I'll have to redo it anyway. So, there we go. In fact, I'm going to turn off auto light for now. Okay. So that goes in there. Gap of 2. We know it goes along here. Along there. And along there. And like so. There's this weird bit in the end there, which I'm tempted just to open up and have like a little nook for, like, I don't know. Could technically be a common room. Common room can be, I think, any size. Remove that. And that could be, that's a cell actually, that's fine, that should work out. So, just double check that. Remove those. Is that right? 4 and 4? Nope, cool. There's the end of that. How is that? How is that? Hang on. Oh, right, because of that, of course. So it's either going to have to be that or that. Well, that makes more sense because then you've got the square there. So it should be 4 and 4, which it is. Yep, that's fine. I would like to say that doing this means, because we've spent the time doing this, we're going to save some time in the future expansion areas. But we're not, because I can't clone this. So, yeah. Okay. I might be able to clone it, but it's going to be a bit of a nightmare to do. So I'll have to just build it manually. Right. And then there's technically up here I can have some cells, but I don't think we need it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. It's not, no, because it's gone off to one side. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 36. So then We're doubling that and then getting a bit more. It's about 100 inmates. I don't think we need much more than that. That should suffice. This is going to be removed. We've got all the space here and then all the bits up here. I might put some more cells, maybe a different grading of some kind. But for now, that should do. Okay. Do I clone it? Do I build one cell and clone it, or do we build it manually? It's going to be a manual build. Because I don't know as to the expansion plans just yet, I will do it like that. Right. So, I could save some money on not putting in all of the walls, but frankly... oh, counted money. Let's get a bank loan. But frankly, I'd rather save the time than the money. For the 40, I think it's going to cost for each one of these. Yes, yes, and yes. And then the doors. But if I put the doors in now, we should be safe. Where are the doors going to go? Doors. Jail door grey. And, well, it's already decided. They're going to have to go on the right. From this. And in there. And in there. Like that. And then I might as well put them here. I'll probably do the... yeah, what I'll do is I'll go for the foundations of them like that. I'll let it do its thing. And then I can build most of them via cloning and such. That's the plan. Let me go for some lighting. Again, I'm not going to be too precious on the lighting. 2, 3, 4. As I said, 1, 2, 3, 4. As I specifically put them in. Like that. Probably put one over here as well. So obviously we do need some lighting in these corridor areas. Oh, hang on, no, that's wrong. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That'll be lit up, and I'm sure when I do the other side, it'll be completely different. There we are. Okay. Yeah, the toilets, when I put these in here, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. I mean, that's the perfect location for one as well in that corner, but there's no way I'm going to put it there. Like I said, I'm going to make a model cell and then clone it from there. So let's just take this one. This one. No reason why it can't be this one. So, I'm going to put the light at the bottom. I'm going to have this as a... Let's go for a cell. Designated as such, like so. A cell without any grants or anything on... Oh, darn it. That's a problem. I'm out of cash. And the bank loan... our credit rating is in the minus. And I can't sell some shares. Right. I have painted myself right into a corner here. How have I managed to run out of that? How am I going to do this? I'm guessing all of the doors? Right, I need to fix this. I need to fix it fast. That's a huge problem. It's a problem by my own making, you understand? How can I fix it? Governmental security ratings is the easiest one to do, but it requires money, which I don't have. So I can sell a lot of stuff, which I'm going to have to do. Anything spare is getting sold. Including probably a lot of the stuff around here. And yeah, it's the bank loan that's the problem one. Because credit rating 0. So focused on the building that I've sort of messed up that. How much were them jail doors out of interest? Flooring, no. Walls and doors. 200. They're the same sort of price. Right, well. I'm going to cancel all the building of that side. And that means I've got spare jail doors. However, now what staff meals and stuff are coming in. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a... Right, we do have armory unlocked. Okay, good. I can recover this. But it's not going to be great. So, I need to wait for these jail doors to be put in, and then I'm going to do a massive cell. Not as in a cell like this kind, you understand. Right, that's now in. Sell object. Right, there's 3 grand. I'm also going to have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get rid of a doctor. That helps me out a little bit. Okay, kennel. 5x5 needs to be enclosed, surrounded by walls and doors. Not there. Kennel. Can go here for now. This is all temporary. I'm just doing this for grant purposes. Done. Needs a dog crate. Done. Armory. No minimum size. Requires a weapon rack, guards, locker, and a table. Needs to be indoors. Armory. If you ever think your guards need a little more shock power, enable stun buttons in prison policy. I don't have prison policy, which means, I think all the guards are now going to buy some stun buttons. Fire all the guards before they go and buy it. That's a solution, right? Dog handlers, 1, 2. And I need to assign them to patrols. 1, 2. Done. Armed guards. Guard locker. Weapons rack. Oh, I'm not going to have enough money. And a table. Small. Prioritize. And I guess I didn't need to build a kennel. You don't need a kennel, technically, to have dogs. And that is a temporary thing anyway. So I can get rid of it now. There's the armory. The problem is I need 2 grand. No, I need more than 2 grand. It's a lot more than that. Right. I'm going to have to do some selling. Dismantle beds. And sell those. Get rid of a sofa. Get rid of... That office doesn't need to be built. I'm getting desperate now, as you can quite clearly see. This can be sold. Those can be sold. That might give me enough money. It just might. What I will do, though, is go to storage and designate all this as storage in here. Because then things are going to move in here. And then that means I can... Yeah, go from there. Let me just go to sell. Objects. Sell object. Those. Those. Not getting much, obviously. Anything outside can be sold. We're running seriously low on cash. Thank you for noticing that. All these lights, I don't think that's going to help. Oh, actually, it is going to help a little bit. I'll get rid of them for now. Even though I've planned over here and going to have to redo it all. There's the 2 grand. I need 3 grand, though. I need 3 grand in order to... And I need 2 weapons racks, actually, now that I think of it. Because you need to assign 2 armed guards. So I can only hire 1. Where am I going to get the other money? Metal detectors are expensive. We can sell those. If that credit rating goes to minus 10.0, I can't ever get a loan. Which means I'm really screwed at that point. Sell object. That's enough. Prioritize the building of the locker. See, the doggos are all exhausted, and they will be. Come on, build that locker first. Because money is going down. That's built, which means I can go with armed guard, which means deployment. I can assign armed guards. 1, 2. Assign 2 dog handlers to dog patrol. They are. Is it because the kennel and they're exhausted? I think that might be why. I'm going to have to rebuild the kennel again. That's strange. Okay. I'll get it built. Is it just because they can't rest the doggos? Yeah. Dog crate. Let's get that built. They are assigned, right? No. It's because that. I made a massive mistake there. Assign dog handlers. No, I did. No, that is correct. That is correctly assigned. It's just they are exhausted doggos. So I need to get a couple more dog crates. I hate having to like do it like this. Also, apparently it's not enclosed. Try again. Kennel. It is now enclosed. And we will sell more. If we've got lights still here, I might as well put the lights back in while I'm waiting. So what was it? There, and there, I believe. There, and there. Yeah. And assign 2 dog handlers to the patrols. Dog handler there, dog handler there. So once this doggo goes off, that's yippee-ki-yay! Off that there's the 15 grand for the grant. Okay, I will now go for good grief. Max Sec infrastructure is the obvious one because it's the highest in the list. Staff, get rid of all of the staff because we don't need those. Deployment wise, we will sort out the patrols, which is we remove the armed guards because we're not going to have them. We remove the kennel for now because we are going to have a kennel. It's just not going to be here. And now I have to go for these cells here. So I want the very basics. I need the very, very basics in here. Right. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I can get that done. Cell block A, which is what I'm going to do right now. So, for the cell, I will put the... I'm going to have to think where I can put the shower. In that corner. If I put it up right opposite, it's going to be a bit creepy for a start. Let's go with objects and with beds. That's the... maybe not. I'm going to make it so it's all aligned to this edge, because this edge is always going to be like permanent. It sort of expands there. It's a bit different. Or do I? Just trying to think ahead for some of this stuff. I mean, everything's going to be a bit different in some cases. But if I make it easier on myself, then obviously that's all good too. See, I can't really do it like that. I guess really there is the way to do it. No, why am I doing it that way? Just put one of them in first, and then I'll go for cloning. So that's in there, and then I need a toilet and shower, which is going to be... It's going to be there, at the foot of the bed. No TVs for them there. It's just going to be at the end. Right, there's that done. Cell. Sorry, is designated. That's fine. I'll prioritize the building of that. Quick build, custom cloning this area. And obviously it's not built yet. I haven't even really talked about like external doors and windows and things like that. Not really talked about much because, quite frankly, I've been too busy panicking. I can't even click. That's how much panic I've got going here. Whether or not this is going to fail. Rotate and flip it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That will get us cell block A. I might have just recovered it. Might. Because that'll give us cell block A, which means I can go for cell block B, because you understand, hopefully, why. It should be obvious. Let me sell that and dismantle these. The problem is I've caused a lot of chaos in the facility. I thought I'd got rid of those visitor tables because we need to add in, like, we need to obviously redo the office over here. The staff room is not great. The laundry is not finished. Yeah, there's a lot of things to sort there. But the main thing is the credit rating is going back up. Why is it going back up? Because we still have a loan, and if you got a loan, it will fluctuate based on your loan amount. It also means that, well, because we are technically paying back the interest, the credit rating goes up. I believe if it goes to -10, it's game. It's basically game over for your bank loan. You can never get another bank loan. Or maybe if you start paying off the interest, it might go back up. But I'm not in. I think it does just cap and say, nope, that's it. Good job we caught that in time. Cells capacity is going up, which is good. Obviously, I've got rid of all my staff as well. That's the huge issue there. As for the regime, that's a future me problem because it is going to be split up based on medium, minimum, maximum, and then you've got obviously super, max, and protective, which I've not yet sort of set. It is what it is. This area should all be staff as well. There you go. So the rest of it's going in. I do need to put in some cabling, as one might imagine. Just going to run that down there. I'll probably have to run it across. The water will do the same. Yes, I'm spending money, but I mean, what? I don't really have much of a choice. Now I'm going to have to do it anyway. There's the grant completion payment for cell block A. So we have 2 grants remaining. We have the tracker pilot scheme and the MaxSec infrastructure. It's actually, obviously we can pick up a 3rd grant, but I'm not going to do it just now because we're going to call it there very shortly. And the whole, I can't save and load on a 3rd grant. So, yeah. We can't do the tracker pilot scheme because we need inmates. We can do the MaxSec infrastructure. Because that requires... We can do it. It requires body armor being unlocked, tasers being unlocked, build some CCTV and all that, which we would do anyway, so that is fine. However, we do need to increase the size of the security force. It doesn't say what, but I know it's 20. I think it is 20 anyway. Doubt myself. And we could get that. I mean, how much is it? 200 apiece? 500 a guard. So 10 grand just for the staff only, for the staff that we get. And then the rest of it, which is going to be 10, 12, 12 plus electrical, which is 13, 14. Call it 15 grand. But it'll be more than that because they will then start picking up body armor. So the MaxSec infrastructure looks pretty good. 20 grand for the advance payment and then 20 grand upon completion. Actually, it's completion bonus we'll do. So that's fine. Yeah, okay, we'll probably next episode then. We're going to leave it there. Next episode, we will look at doing the MaxSec infrastructure and picking up cell block B, which is expand to 50, which won't be in here, but it's enough. We'll do the MaxSec infrastructure. We will put in more patrols. I'll fix what I've broken, so things like what we need. Well, what we need. So we need to put in, obviously, more guards. We need to hire more staff. We need to get things ready for inmates. And that also means, not necessarily straight away, it means working out the regime because this is going to be a split regime. So, yeah, we need to definitely think about, if not yet, necessarily 100% plan for minimum, medium, and then max/super max. So we need to do that. Yeah. It also, yeah, definitely means some work on that regime. Okay. I'm also going to pick a prison policy because it would be useful. Right, we'll leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. We didn't fail. That's the best I can really come up with on this one. But it is obviously still a very much work in progress. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully, by the end of next episode, we will be getting some inmates. Let me know what you think in the comments, as always. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. And generic partings. That was unnecessarily stressful.